I showed this picture to my partner and I asked him if he would live here with me. And he said no. Who says no to living here, right? I couldn't believe it. Hello. Today I wanted to talk about an architecture studio that I really enjoy, that is called Arrhov Frick. This is a Spanish magazine that is called El Croquis. And I really love this studio and I wanted to show you guys. I thought it would be interesting to show you some of their buildings. To me, they are kind of, as you see in this picture, all of their buildings are kind of in the greenhouse type of style. I feel like that's because they live in Sweden and it's really cold up in there. So I am not going to go into technical details. This is more just for looking at all of these beautiful pictures that they have of their beautiful buildings together. And that's it. So Arrhov Frick are these two guys right here. So Johann Arrhov and Henrik Frick. And here they tell you the story of how they met and how they decided to start an architecture studio. And I think it's really cute because they know each other for a long time, and when they both were on parental leave, they were having walks and chats with the strollers at night, and they came up with the idea of going to an architecture competition, and that's where it all started for them. So they are an architecture firm based in Sweden that opened up in 2010. So here is a little bit more of their story and how they get inspired by nature, and they show you how they get their project started by using these simple drawings. Here we have more info about them. I'm not going to go into detail because I just want you to see all of the beautiful projects that I have. Okay, so here is the first one. This is called Hammarby Guard Housing Block. This is built in Stockholm, Sweden. Here you can see. Aren't these pictures beautiful? Like they take up a whole page just for one picture. And I think that's amazing. So here we have a little drawing letting us know where this housing block is located. And as you can see, this shape right here is highlighted. So that is this housing block. As we can see here, the building is facing the main street or the main road where cars go by. And here we can see a little bit of an entrance kind of going between these two buildings. And I feel like something is going to happen here. As we saw in the previous page, this is the main road represented here, and we have like a whole patio in the inside of the building blocks. Here is the building seen from the main road, as in the exterior part here. And on the inside part, we see kind of some balconies, and I feel like that's where this picture is taken. You can see here these balconies that close by these windows, these big windows. And we kind of see this garden coming. Here we have another picture of the inside of the housing block. And here we can see, communal space for all of the people that live here. And we again see these terraces. So here we have two different terraces that face this courtyard garden. And here are some drawings of the housing block. As we can see, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-story building. And we have something going on the rooftop also. And you can see how each person DIYs their space however they like. I feel like that's the charming part of a housing block, that even though the housing block is built all the same, as you can see, each person can decorate their house and their home however they like. Here we have a picture of the inside of one of the apartments, so we get to see how the interior is built. So this is kind of an open space type of house. This is the kitchen, and this is just kind of two cabinets that are in the middle of the space, and in the inside they hide the kitchen, but you could also walk around, you see. And here is the picture taken from the inside of the kitchen. This white big cabinet is this one right here. Here is the sink, and then this one, this brown cabinet is this one. So we get to see kind of a different kitchen. it's not the usual kitchen in everyone's home, but I feel like this type of living is amazing. And here is the inside view. So this picture is taken from the courtyard garden. And this is the whole building. And then on the other side is the main road. And here in this small corridor, here is the entrance. So here's the entrance to go to this courtyard garden. Isn't it amazing? So here are all of the terraces, and you really can see how each person transforms this space. You know? I mean, look at this one. This did curtains, and no one else did. That's amazing. Next one. This is a small house in Vixo, Stockholm, Sweden. We can see the sea right here, and we can kind of see, peeking through this forest, a cabin. Here they show us the drawings that they did. Isn't that cool? How these two small drawings can get you to this. I find that amazing. So here we can see the cabin a little bit better. We can see that it's made out of wood, and it has this kind of transparent rooftop. And you see that the cabin is kind of hidden in this forest. This is beautiful. And here is the front door and the main entrance. And you go inside. Amazing. Here's a picture of, two pictures of the interior. This one is gorgeous. So we can see that the interior closes up here with these glass panels, and from the inside you get to see the sea. And this amazing chimney in the middle of the house. So in the Nordic countries like Sweden or Finland, as it is really cold in there, they have kind of a culture around hot elements like saunas and chimneys. That's how they spend their times with their friends or their families, gathering around this hot element, just having a chat. And yeah, here's the plan, and we can see how important this chimney is, because here we have half of the house is for the kitchen, for the bathroom. It has one room, and the other half of the house is meant to be just this reunion space. Isn't that cool? And here we have this staircase to go up there. I suppose that's the bedroom. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's the bedroom. We can see here in this corner, peeking through a bed. I think these are bed sheets. And another amazing picture of this reunion space. That's amazing. And here it is, the house in its own island, and you can arrive by boat. I think that's the only entrance to the island, by boat. Amazing. Okay, next one. These are the Unite housing blocks in Stockholm, Sweden. So, as we can see here, it's a housing block made of 3 different buildings. So 1, 2, and 3. Here we can see it kind of better. So yeah, 3 housing blocks. 1, 2, and 3. 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 Here is the view of one of the 3. Here we can see a living room, and this is the interior of one of the houses. We have this living room, this kitchen. You know, they are just trying to show us how they live inside these housing blocks. Here we have another house, another family house. This is a house in LILLA RÅGHOLMEN. It's also in Vixö, Sweden. So this amazing house, as you can see here, is drawn the island where the house is situated. Amazing. And this beautiful picture of the island. Isn't this amazing? I showed this picture to my partner and I asked him if he would live here with me. And he said no. Who says no to living here, right? I couldn't believe it. Anyways, I would definitely live here and going home with my boat, parking it here, and then going up the staircase to go to my house in my own private island. That sounds great to me. And look at this. Imagine having breakfast here, looking at this lake. This is amazing. And here we have a whole page dedicated to the chimney. So here you can see what I told you earlier about their chimney culture. Look at this space. This is just made for people to sit around this chimney and have a chat, have a drink, and just have a great time. This is amazing. Oh my god. Look at this space. This is great. Okay, so the next house is called Atelier Lapidus. This is located in Skaga, Sweden. Here we can see in the drawings the drawing of the house, And this void right here, I suppose that's a swimming pool or something. Let's find out. Ah, yeah, it's a swimming pool. Here we see it. So, another amazing house, isn't it? I think that every house is amazing to me because of this beautiful landscape. I would really love to go to Sweden one day. Some pictures of the interior. Master bedroom and pool access. So yeah. This is another residential complex. This one is kind of, it has this kind of irregular shape. Here we can see it better. So here is the complex, and on one side we have the highway, and on the other side we have this beautiful lake. As we can see here, I don't know if you can see, there's a drawing of a boat right here, so that's the lake, and this is the section of the building, and we can see that on this part where it faces the lake, there are some terraces, and the other side that faces the highway, we have the staircase for the main access. This is a picture taken from the highway, as you can see. These are the buildings. These are 8 type of houses inside of this complex. This is the main entrance. This is the side that faces the highway. And on the side that faces the lake, we can see a terrace. You can see the chair in there on the lake. And here for an aerial view, these are the buildings. Well, it's just one building. So this is Villa Toivonen, also in Sweden. Look at this landscape. Oh my god, this is amazing. So this one is really hidden. I mean, I doubt that if you go here with your boat, you can see this house. This is so private. I love it. But I mean, look at these lands. This is just... it looks surreal to me. The house is amazing, obviously. So, just a 2-story house with some staircase going inside, some beautiful windows with curtains. This living space is amazing. I would love to sit here and have a coffee. I don't know which chair I would choose, the black one or the white one. I think the white one, it looks cozier. The swimming pool and the staircase. So next one we have Kraus housing blocks in Sweden, obviously. So it's this really tall building made of housing blocks. And I find this amazing. These little drawings. So before the building is done, they imagine how each person lives differently in there. So here we have different point of views. And another cabin in another island. As you can see, here is drawn the island that is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 different islands. Really small, they look really small. And this is Bredoren House in Varlingsö, Uppsala, Sweden. Oh my god, this is amazing. So it's kind of like if this island was kind of flooded, right? I feel like this is flooded land. And here is the cabin. Isn't it gorgeous? And I really love this magazine because I find that it's really aesthetic. I mean, look at this. This picture is the whole book. It's so big, and I get why they want to show me this picture in such a big format, because this landscape is amazing. And if you are not aware of this landscape, you're not going to be able to understand all of the details that the house has, that the cabin has. So here we can see the cabin. We have kind of a little terrace here, and they have hung up a hammock in here and 2 chairs, and then it's the interior on the other side. So once again, this big chimney that is surrounded just by chairs, so you can have a chat. Here we have other pictures of the interior. I mean, look at this view. I would love to sit in this chair. Look, the sunset at night. And here we have some details of the roof. Amazing. So another house. This is house in Juvvik. Oh my god, this is hard to pronounce. This is in Sweden also. So it's another cabin. So another wood cabin with lots of glass panels. Oh my god, I love these drawings. They remind me of like a tent. I feel like this drawing reminds me of a tent. Look at this kitchen in the middle of this space. So that's what I was talking about at the beginning. Usually the homes that are not new, don't have this type of kitchens. Usually the kitchens are between four walls, so it's kind of like the kitchen is inside an closed space. Or even though if you have like the kitchen and the living room all together without a wall, it's not anything like this. I mean, this kitchen is just one piece of furniture, and that's it. There is not a single wall in this picture, and that's amazing because you get to cook or something right here. You can see your children playing here. You can see, I don't know, the birds outside. You can see everything from this kitchen. This is amazing. And again, the chimney. So this is beautiful. Okay, another house. This is LILLA house in Sweden. And here you can see, I find it amazing. In this drawing, you get to see, I don't know if you can see, there's a little square in the middle. So that's the house. And everything else are trees. Just trees. Oh my god, look at this. Wow. So this is the sea. This is the island. So this is the biggest island that we have seen so far, right? And this is the house hidden inside of these trees. Oh, look, there we have the first person that we have seen so far. He's just chilling in there. I would be chilling too. And this is the interior. You can see how these are kind of plastic roofs, and this roof lets all of the sun go through and warm up this space. And that's why they have this type of buildings in Sweden, because every bit of warmth that you can get is welcomed. Pictures of the interior. And this amazing space dedicated just to the chimney. I find it amazing. So from the outside you can barely see that there is a house in there. It's so hidden, right? Another cabin style house. This is house in Hofgarden, Sweden. So this is made in 2020. So we are getting closer to the most recent works. As we can see, all of the exterior is made of these plastic panels that make the interior get really warm up. So these are really high ceilings. I mean, probably that's what the family that wanted this house to be built. That's what they wanted. Really high ceilings. And as these plastic panels are kind of translucent. They let a lot of sunshine inside, so they have this curtain that they can spread and make the space dark for really shiny days. The last picture. I have to say this was not my favorite. I kind of don't enjoy this high ceiling. Another building. This is hybrid building Boken, Vetlanda, Sweden. So this is a whole building made out of glass, so the sun can get in, and they have these curtains if the day is really sunny. Kind of cute, right? And these little windows that open up for ventilation. Then this is Velamsund House in Sweden. So here we can see some of these pictures. I feel like this is the first whole wall that we have seen so far, right? Until now everything was really transparent and really open. Yep, this is a wall. So here we see this big ceiling again. This really high ceiling, and we see some staircase. Staircase is going on. So this picture is taken from this space right here. You see, right, that so we have 3 different staircases throughout here, and on this top corner we can see one staircase going up. So that's this one, the upper one. Then in the middle we see this little staircase. So that's this one, the middle. And then we can see peeking through that here is an opening that leads to another pair of staircase that goes down. And that staircase is this one. And here a picture of the exterior. So here we have factory building Fabriken in Sweden. So this is a factory building. So usually factory buildings are made with this steel structure. Usually it's steel. It can be wood too, but usually it's steel. And they have really high ceilings so that everything can occur here inside. Okay, so the structure is made out of wood. You can see all of these wood connections that are these ones. And then these high ceilings so that you can pile up things or you can move freely around this inside space. We have kind of a little bit of a modeled detail of the structure. And here we have another view. Gorgeous. Another housing block. This is Mälarhöjden housing block in Stockholm, Sweden. And we can see we have curtains, so you already know what that means. That there is a big glass panel or a big window that lets all the sun in. Here it is. So here is a picture of the interior. You see there's a chair and there is a whole wall made out of glass panels. So imagine how much sunshine this gets inside the house. So that's why you need all of these curtains for. It's cute, right? This is a new way of perceiving curtains. So it's not anything like the traditional way of using curtains, and I love it. And that was everything. Here we have kind of designing procedures that they follow. You know? Oh look, this is Greta Thunberg, the activist. Yep, so that was everything. Okay, so let me choose one beautiful picture so that we can drift off. I think it has to be one of the island ones. Let me see. Where was it? Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, I think the one that I'm looking for was at the beginning. Not this one. Not this one. Although that's amazing. Okay, so this is the one that I was looking for, but I wanted one that was the entire page, that occupied the entire page. So I'm going to go for this one. This one is amazing, right? I am mesmerized by this one. So yeah, this was the architecture studio that I wanted to show you. I really like their style of thinking and their style of building houses. I feel like they have such a unique approach to the modern living because of these landscapes that they grew up in. You know, I feel like everyone has their own style of living, and it really depends on where you grew up and the things that you saw growing up, the nature that you grew up in. And I think Arrhov Frick, as they grew up in Sweden and they are used to this type of landscapes, I think that they have a different approach to building housing blocks and family houses because of that. You know, we saw kind of a lot of different kitchens in this magazine, and not a single one of them had a concrete wall. Each one was built in an open space kind of style, and from each kitchen you can see all of this landscape. So yeah. So, did you enjoy this architecture studio that I showed you? So please let me know if you enjoyed their projects. I find them mesmerizing.